I'm heading to the post office this morning. I'm going to give a recent graduate all of the books that I used to study for boards, for MP boards. Shot of some of the stuff that I'm giving her. All of my beautiful highlights. So I finally got out of the house so that I could get to the post office and then to the gym. I'm so excited, like, for her to get these books so that she could start studying for her NP certification exam. It's such an exciting time. I mentioned to you guys earlier that I only studied for 3 weeks and then I took the test. It's important for us to realize that you have to study as long as you think it's necessary. We all have different journeys and we all need different things. So some people study for several months, some people study for a few weeks, and don't compare yourself to other people. You just have to do what's best for you, and whatever that is, you know, you're aware of what you need. Whether you're taking the NP certification exam or NCLEX or the LPN exam, whatever it may be, just remember that this is just a test. If you don't pass, you can take it again. You just need to study harder. You need to do an overall evaluation of your needs, of your deficits, and work on them. And I told myself when I was preparing for the NCLEX, the MP certification exam, that if I didn't pass, and I only allowed myself to say if I don't pass once, because I really didn't want to focus on not passing. So I told myself once, if I'm unsuccessful, then it's not time for me to pass the exam yet. I need to study harder. I need to take a look at what I'm missing. And I don't, like I said, because I'm a pretty optimistic person, I would only allow myself one time to even think about failing, because I don't focus on failure, I focus on success. And I just told myself, hey, it is what it is. I've studied hard, and if I don't pass, then I need to change something. I need to adjust the way that I'm studying and the way that I'm retaining and processing information. So it's just a test, guys. Pray about it, give it your all, study, because you don't want to go in there unprepared. Some of us will go in thinking, I got this, and you know in your heart you really didn't prepare. It's easy for those people because you can sit back and say, I really didn't study hard for this test. Let me give it my all and then take the test. So, you know, give it your all, study as hard as you can. The 3 weeks that I studied for the NP certification exam, I studied all day, every day. If I wasn't at work, because I was still working at the bedside in a hospital at the time, doing 12-hour shifts. If I wasn't at work, I was studying. The only time I really took a break was like to eat or to sleep. Other than that, I pretty much was reading something about my NP boards. On lunch break at work, I would have my books and I would study. I felt like it's only 3 weeks. It's not the rest of my life that I'm studying with this level of intensity. So I was willing to give that up. I was willing to study. Oh, I almost missed the post office. I was willing to study this hard for 3 weeks. Hey, you know, I've studied this hard for almost 3 years, so during the program, so why not? So anyway, guys, remember that it's just a test. Study, give it your all, and just understand that this is not the end of, you know, some people when they fail, they feel like it's the end of my life. I don't feel like I can do this again. Guys, you're still alive, your family is still fine, and you can retake the test. And that's what I told myself, like, this is not a one-time and that's it thing. And we want to keep in mind that we have taken so many tests during the MP program. And if you're preparing for the NCLEX, you've taken so many tests. This is just like the grand finale. So just remind yourself that you've gotten this far. And if you could get through the program, you can get through this test. I really feel strongly about the effect that our thinking process has on our level of success. I feel like there is definitely a connection, because if a person goes into an exam completely thinking negatively, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, I'm going to fail, I think your chances of failing are higher. When I go into an exam, and when I went into this exam, I thought, I'm going to kill this. I'm ready. I'm going to walk out of here successful. I've prepared. I prayed. So get your mind right, guys. Get your mind right. It's so easy to think about failure. I don't know why. It's so easy. But the same amount of time and effort you put into focusing on failing, and focusing on how you're not smart enough, and focusing on how you don't think you can do this, you could put that same amount of energy into positive thinking, positive affirmations. I can do this. I went through this program and I can get through this exam. I've studied. I've prayed. This is for me. This is my calling. The same amount of effort it takes to put into your reasoning as far as why you can't do something, you can put that same amount of effort into why you can. And that's all the preaching I'm going to do this morning. And I'm about to go in this post office and mail off this box. I wonder if it matters that, does it matter that this Amazon Prime stuff is on here? I'll have to ask them in the post office, because I don't know. I'm just gonna mail it anyway. Whatever. I need to get her address. Thank you. I just got back in from dinner with my husband. Thumbs up if you liked the video. Questions, comments, video suggestions below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. The next one will probably be a sit down video so that we can chat a bit. And I think I'm gonna talk about my nurse practitioner binder. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.